Hello, wine drinking people. It's Friday, April 16th. Thank God it's Friday for most of you people. I still got one more day to go and one more tasting before I can sleep. Yesterday in the store, we had a pretty good day. We started out the day with Caroline from Angel Share, a small distributor that focuses on small production boutique wines from California. And we had one of their small Pinot producers in, Nicole Ambioness, I should say Pinot and Sangiovese. The little rosé that we started out with was very nice, a rosé of Pinot Noir, this lovely red cherry pie fruit, red rose petals, and pretty fresh on the finish, some nice fruit, a really nice crowd pleaser style rosé for those of you that like the pink wines. And then the Pinot Noirs, very good. This is what this producer really is passionate about. We had a Stanley Ranch from Carneros and a Hudson Vineyard Pinot from Carneros. Both were very nice, very Burgundian, I think, in that they were pretty complex and not over the top, even though pretty typical California in their fruit concentration. These wines were yummy. The Sangiovese from Game Farm Ranch in Napa, also very good. I'm not a huge fan of Sangiovese from California. Leave it to the Tuscans to make Sangiovese, folks. If you're in Napa Valley, stick to Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and other things. But this wine was reminiscent of Sangiovese from Tuscany. It had this lovely bright red berry fruit. It had some nice porcini mushroom notes to it, and then a very fresh finish, one of the things I associate with Sangiovese, not heavy oak, which is what you get in California a lot of times. Very nice showing. And then Caroline decided to show one wine not part of this producer's portfolio, the Banknote Wine Company, the Vault. This wine's supposed to replace the Prisoner. The Prisoner is out of the vault. Okay, well, Augustin Hunas bought the Prisoner. This wine was nice, but at the same price as the Prisoner. I don't know if these guys are going to be able to do quite the job with this wine. Okay, it's a Zinfandel blend. Need I say more than that? You can read the review if you like. Next up, we had Robert Schaefer from Classical Wines of Spain. Robert stopped by with Jose Ignacio Herrero, the owner of Lorignon Winery from Rioja. And Lorignon makes some very good classic-style Riojas. These are wines those of you that like lower alcohol wines are going to love. 12.5% alcohol. Kept in wood, so that they're soft tannins. The 2005 Rioja red, very nice, very typical of what you get from old-school Rioja, and a very nice price, $13.25. The Reserva, kind of a step up in concentration, and a little bit in price. The real stars of this lineup were the Domaine de Conte Reserva, which is a single vineyard wine, 90% Tempranillo, 10% Graciano. It's not made every year. It's only in outstanding vintages. This 2004 was great. Exotic bouquet, dried meats, a host of fresh herbs, dried herbs, red berry fruit, very nice and savory through the finish, what we like in an old world style Rioja. And then the Alba de Breton Rioja Reserva. This wine was from an 80-year-old vineyard near Briones, Hilltop Village in the heart of Rioja, and this wine was stunning, a knockout. Check it out on our review there. Next up in the store, one of my favorite producers from Argentina, Pascual Toso. And I was lucky to rub elbows with the owner, Enrique Toso, because I'm going down to Argentina in August. So hopefully we can set up a little rendezvous down there. This is one of my favorite producers. The Cabernet Sauvignon from Pascual Toso has been on our best of list. It's been in our gift box featuring as the coveted best Cabernet Sauvignon value of the year. And these wines never disappoint me. The sparkling was a little light. That's the Charmant method. Cheaply made sparkling wines don't interest me as the most part, but it wasn't bad. And then the Malbec, what they're known for in Argentina, this wine, very good, a great value. They didn't bring the Cabernet Sauvignon with them, but we should get a sample of that next week. We did have the Cabernet Sauvignon Las Barrancas vineyard. That's the famous vineyard that has been planted for over 100 years. This winery was started by an immigrant from the Piedmont over 100 years ago. It's one of the landmark wineries of this region of Mendoza. And the Malbec Alta, Las Barrancas vineyard, Paul Hobbs kept saying Alta, Alta to Enrique, and his Spanish, I guess, is about as good as Enrique's English, and Alta means higher, higher. So this wine is definitely a step up from the other wines, higher in quality. The Barrancas vineyard, Very nice. And then the Pettigrew single vineyard. Pettigrew means little stones. And this wine definitely a few steps up in concentration. And then their top wine, the Magdalena Toso. We have this wine in the store. Mr. Toso was very impressed. I know we're getting at least one free lunch out of this one, buddy, yesterday. But killer, one of the best wines made in Mendoza. And this wine's got 10% Cabernet Sauvignon, something I always say about Malbec. The best Malbecs have got Cabernet Sauvignon in them, just a little bit even, if just a little bit even. Okay, it was a pretty good day in the store yesterday, and last night we had a tasting. And here are the results from last night's Spanish tasting. Gold, gold, silver, bronze, silver, gold, 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 gold. Just kidding, folks. But we had some really good stuff and a lot of good values on the table. The two best wines for me, though, were the Vitis Terrarum from La Mancha, 100% Tempranillo, the 2001 vintage. This wine was showing brilliant, soft tannins, really nice, light, wild strawberry fruit. This is a biodynamically farmed vineyard, and they seem to be doing everything right. This wine drinking at our nearest peak, but could probably go a couple more years. And then the Bodegas Morodos San Roman, the Mariano Garcia wine, the 2005 vintage from Toro. This wine was outstanding. Very Cabernet-like, very ripe, a lot of black cherry and currant fruit, and some lovely toasty oak spice. You could tell this wine is just a baby. The Wine Enthusiast scored it 95 points, by the way. And then the little baby brother for the same Roman, the Prima. We've had a lot of success with this wine. This is the declassified juice that doesn't make it into the top wine. Very, very good, the 2007 vintage. And a crowd favorite last night was the Esquerdo Becker wine from Rioja. This wine was nice, light, soft, drinking very beautiful, a real crowd pleaser. And then one of my favorite of all the inexpensive wines was the Finca Torremelanos Los Cantos. Outstanding. We've been selling a ton of that wine in the store. Check out the entire lineup from last night. I included it on today's email. And I didn't need anything to eat last night after I left here. I got home at around 10:30, and those 3 Kobe sliders with the mushroom truffle duxelle and the Gruyere cheese were outstanding. The peanut-dusted chicken skewers with the Coleman's mustard curry sauce, outstanding. And then about a dozen of those eggplant caponata tostitos, and man, that was toast. That was outstanding. Tony, great job with last night's food. I did need another glass of wine, however, when I got home, and we had these Whitehall lanes open since Monday, so I decided to take the regular and the reserve home with me to finish them off. They've been open for 3 days at this point, and they were both outstanding. This is a sign of a great vintage and a great wine. You can keep it open for 3 days, and it just gets better. If you didn't see those, check them out on the email from a few days ago, these Whitehall Lane 05 Napa and 05 Reserve. And, believe it or not, I still had some of the 2007 Bruno Colin Chasson Montrachet Boudreau left. And this wine, I poured in the glass on the 5th day open and left it out overnight again. And it was so stunning, I had to bring it to work with me. That's right, folks. I put this glass in my car. Thank God I didn't get pulled over and drove it into work to show you folks today how incredible this wine is. I can't wait to try it at the end of the night. Tonight, what are we drinking tonight? Tonight is the Borgogno tasting. I have been salivating about this event all week, and we still have some seats open, but don't worry. Don't worry about making reservations now. We're done. We're going to do just one table. The 8 lucky people that are coming here tonight, we're going to have a fantastic trip. I'm not going to beg you people to make reservations anymore, damn it. Okay. What are we drinking tonight? And what have I got to sell you today? Well, today we're promoting an event a week from tonight, the 2005 Brunello di Montalcino tasting. The new release of the Brunellos is every year in February. They usually don't make it here for a month or so. These wines have just arrived. The very first ones to hit usually are from Vinifera Imports, Valdicava, Canalicchio di Sopra, and our good friends at Castello del Romatorio with the beautiful label. We're going to be trying several vintages. I always like to include some older vintages to show the tasters just how well these wines do with even a little more age. Even though they are kept for 5 years before release, they still need a little time in the bottle in great vintages, and we're going to be showing one of the best vintages in the last 10 years, the 04 Reservas. Check it out on today's email. That's all I've got for you today. Just one more day to go in the week. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni from the Wine Watch, signing off saying, please remember, always drink the good stuff first.